Hello, welcome to my English lesson on travel. Если много путешествуешь или хочешь путешествовать, этот урок для тебя. И в этом видео ты узнаешь много слов для путешествия. Now let's go to the airport. The first word we need to learn is departure. Departure means to leave. Называется вылет. We leave at 2 o'clock. We depart at 2 o'clock to Astana. That's for example. When you buy your ticket, you decide the departure date. Data вылет. After you have gotten your departure date, you get on the plane or board the plane. This means подсадка. Now, we'll talk about types of flight depending on which one you want to buy. From the most expensive to the cheapest. Most expensive, самое дорого. Cheapest, самое дешевле. Domestic flight. These are flights within the country where you are. For example, Almaty to Astana. Называется внутренний рейс. International flight or overseas flight. These are flights from one country to another. For example, Kazakhstan to Russia. Называется международный рейс. Connecting flight or transit flight. This is a kind of flight where you reach your final destination through 2 or more flights. Это называется полет с пересадкой. Layover or stopover. This is a situation where you have to wait for your connecting flight. Это называется пересадка. You have to wait till your next connecting flight. When you are about to buy your ticket for your flight, we have 3 options. The first class flight, the business class flight, and the economy flight. The first class is always the most expensive, самое дорого. The business class is also expensive, but it's affordable, while the economy is for everybody that could afford to get on a plane. It's also the cheapest, самое дешевле. Now, we go to the check-in desk. Check-in desk. This is where you show your ID or your document to prove that you have booked a ticket, where you can also check in your luggage. Называется регистрация. Boarding pass. Boarding means to get on, but pass is the ticket that you use to get on the plane. We say in Russian, посадочный талон, boarding pass. Now, when you get on the plane, you'll find a place to sit. We have 3 places to sit. The window seat, the middle seat, and the aisle seat. The window seat is close to the window, where you can see the window from your seat. Also, the middle seat is between the aisle and the window seat. The last one is the aisle seat. It is spelled A-I-S-L-E, but we do not pronounce the S. That's why we say aisle seat. Aisle seat. Security check. This is a place where an officer will check your luggage if you do not have any dangerous things in your bag. Это называется проверка безопасности. Cabin crew. These are the people that are on the plane that are not passengers. We call them cabin crew. Это называется бортпроводники. Flight attendant. These are the people who takes care of the passengers. They answer the questions, they offer food and drinks to the passengers. Flight attendant называется stewardess. When the plane does this, we call it turbulence. In Russian, turbulentность. This is the movement the plane does when it's on air. Turbulence. When you get to your destination, you go straight to the baggage claim. Baggage claim is where your bags is being conveyed by a belt. Называется выдача багажа. Passport control. This is where an officer will check your passport before going into the country of your destination. Это называется паспортный контроль. Now we have a carry-on bag. Carry-on bag is the handbag you take when you go into the plane. Rучной клад называется carry-on bag. The overhead compartment. This is where you put your hand luggage in the overhead section in the plane. The overhead compartment называется место для ручной клади. Thanks for listening. I hope you had fun and enjoyed the lesson. The next part is the vocabulary test. I hope it's easy for you and hope to see you soon. I remain your favorite English teacher, Aji Naiman. See you soon.